And today, this is Jackie, and I have my amazing friend Katie with me. We are going to chat. So it's really funny. I met Katie actually up at a multi-million-dollar cabin. I had just joined Tranont. I was a little like bleary-eyed still, like, what did I do? Where am I? Who am I? And she had this beautiful baby bump. She was actually, I was kind of like, so we're like in the middle of the mountains, right? Like how many weeks were you?
Oh my gosh, I think I was a month away from my due date.
Like
Yeah.
36 weeks. Yeah. I remember thinking like, but how many kids do you have again? A lot, right?
Yeah. So this was number 6. I have 5. And this was the
but
6th.
she's like, yeah. I know my body. Like, I know, which I'm like, oh gosh, I only have 2. Like, I would have never. But anyway, it was fine. We didn't have to deliver a baby up in the mountains, thankfully. But she has the most beautiful baby who is awake in the next room. So if you hear some baby sounds, it's all good. We love babies here.
It's normal.
Yes. However, I just fell in love with Katie. She's just such a wonderful person. I know I didn't prep you for this, but I want to start actually by you telling the story about your Jeep bonus. And I know I didn't mention this before, but it's one of my favorite stories in all of Tranont. And I just remembered it just a second. So can you kind of share that for everybody?
Yes, you are so sweet. Well, if you don't know already, our company has this amazing thing where you can actually earn a Jeep stipend at your very first rank, which completely blew my mind. But you guys, there's when I started this company, I had 7 people in my family. Now I have 8. So aside from maybe the Wagoneer, which still doesn't quite fit us perfectly, like there isn't a Jeep on the market that really fits us well. So I earned the Jeep stipend like my first week here, which was insanity. But I didn't, maybe 2 weeks. Anyway, really, really quick. I didn't ever use it. Just because I was just like, well, maybe I'll get a fun vehicle at some point, but I just kept putting it off. Well, then my sweet mom was like, okay, guys, like my car is really on its last legs. Help me out. She's retired. She's on a fixed income. She's like, help me think about this. What should I do? And it dawned on me, like, I have this Jeep stipend sitting here that I haven't used. So I talked to Nathan, my husband, about it. I was like, what do you think about just getting my mom a Jeep? And so you guys, I got to tell you, the pieces fit together so obviously that we were like, this is a no-brainer. Like, God just dropped a free car in my lap that I can gift to my mom. But actually walking that out and picking out this cute little red Jeep Cherokee and driving it up to Michigan and like revealing it to her, it's really incredible. It's really incredible to be able to gift someone a car. Like I feel really blessed.
Oh, I love that. I got chills all over. That is just so sweet. I love that. And I love that we do get that Jeep bonus. And what a special thing. I followed that journey with her on social media. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what a dream. Like everyone, I feel like if you have a heart, like your dream is to give away a car at some point, and you were able to do that. And I love that. Okay. So Katie has a different story than a lot of people that I have on here, in that she wasn't a top leader that came over, but she did have experience. So Katie, can you kind of explain to everyone your experience at your previous company as far as success goes, and then your transition into Tranont?
Absolutely. So I was actually in the network marketing space with a company for 6 years before Tranont crossed my radar at all. And I wasn't looking for anything else. But what I saw made me not want to look away. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so in that 6 years, you guys, I mean, I was applying myself to all the things, and I had people say things to me like, oh, you're incredible. You're going to be the next diamond, go you, rah, rah. But what I found was, even after 6 years of applying myself and trying to do the things, I was employing so much time and effort for the hope that one day it would pay off. Now, yeah. I'm going to get like that journey. It blessed me so richly with personal growth. And certainly I did have some success, right? So it's not that it was all for nothing, but after that 6 years, I was noticing I'm spending a lot of time and I am just not getting the return on my time that I would hope, right?
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, that was my experience there. When I saw Tranont and what it offered, I like I said, I honestly couldn't look away because there were so many pieces that I thought, wow, with my experience in this industry, if I just translate my normal level of ability and an effort, which, was imperfect and limited because I've got all these kids around, but I was like, I know that if I transfer my ability and effort into this structure with these products and this comp plan, like I know that it's going to be so much bigger and so much more worth my time. So that's exactly what I did.
Okay, so you come over here, even to be invited to this multi-million dollar company, a multi-billion dollar cabin for this retreat that we both met each other at, you had to be in the top 1%. So
Right.
you obviously have found some success here. So can you kind of talk a little bit about that and also the success that your teams had?
Yes, absolutely. So what was completely wild, I looked at the comp plan and I was like, I bet, because I had built to a certain monthly income level in my previous experience. So I looked at the comp plan and I said, I'm pretty sure I can match that in my first month here. So I won't be at a loss. But you guys, I ended up quadrupling it.
Wow.
So to me, that was wild because I had worked hard to build that over a 6-year time. And it's not like some people think like, oh, well, you had all your team come with you or that wasn't even the case. It was simply, if I take my same amount of effort and apply it here, the payout was so much bigger. So that was incredible. But honestly, aside from the fact that as a busy mom, I need something that's worth my time in terms of actual money, right? Like I will say that all day long. I have no shame about it because when we trade our effort for something, it needs to be worth something, right? But aside from that, the biggest thing that I found here is incredible humans to lock arms with and to really help them find something that's worth their time. That's kind of my theme. I'm like, listen, we don't have time to mess around with things that might be worth our while later. Like none of us have time for that. So one thing that I love here is that there are some milestones that you can help a new person hit right away. Like you can earn income that is super significant, or like the Jeep stipend that I just mentioned, right away. And so, right away, I was able to turn around. And this is something I had never done in 6 years previously. I was never able to help somebody achieve maybe more than a couple $100s in a month. Right away, I'm turning around and helping people. I don't know if we want to talk dollar amounts, but earn significant money. And I've had so many people say to me in tears at the end of their first month, their second month, third month, whatever, they'll be like, Katie, I have never known success like this. I may have dabbled here, dabbled there. I've never known success like this. So, so that is incredible. It's incredible to go from feeling like you're not really winning and you're kind of spinning your wheels to just plugging right in to something where I can win, but I can also turn around and help other people do it too.
Oh, well, I love that so much. That is what fuels me. Like, I love how our compensation plan lets someone with no experience or who has not done as well in another company come in and get those quick wins. I love it. And you are a busy mom. You homeschool, right?
I actually don't homeschool. No,
okay. But she has kids. So
I have kids. We're just gonna stop with that.
I mean, guys, 6 kids, like 6 kids, and she's just such an amazing mom. I just, love her. She has a baby, like I said, and it's so great. So I love this story so much. Congratulations on your success. But the last thing I love to ask everybody is, what is your favorite product and what kind of experience have you had with that product and why is it your favorite product?
Absolutely. So the first one that won me over was the Mojo coffee. And I've always been a big coffee snob. And I've also loved being in kind of the holistic natural health space. So when you tell me, hey, there's this beautiful whole food sourced, supplements, my natural health vibes were like, oh, that's amazing. But guess what? It tastes like a dark roast Brazilian coffee, which is now going to become your new favorite coffee. I was like, this is beautiful. This is amazing. So I love it. I won't get into all of this, but it has incredible backing in terms of scientifically what it's doing in your body, the fact that it wakes up your brain, it lights up your mood. But for me, I actually just loved how it made me feel. I saw all that science play out in my own brain when after the first couple weeks of using it, I had really been kind of in a depressive down funk. And after a couple weeks of the Mojo coffee, I felt like my brain literally woke up. Like there was this cloud that rolled back away. I felt like I woke up to who I really am. You can tell that this is my normal personality. It is not like down and depressed and dark. So it was incredible to really just feed my body what I needed to come back into myself. And now I use it every single day because it has slow release caffeine, which means that you feel incredible from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. Every once in a while I'll miss it and I'll be like, why did I do that? Why did I do that?
That's awesome. I know Mojo is my favorite too. And what a lot of people don't understand is normal coffee actually has mold in it because of the way it's grown. That was a new thing that I learned. I am not as much into the holistic space as you are. So when I've been learning all this stuff, I'm like, oh my goodness, like that's crazy. And I'm also a coffee snob, but I absolutely cannot live without my mojo. I don't think I have missed a day in 15 months. I legit like take double of what I need. It's always everywhere, like in my purse, my car, everywhere. Cause I'm like, I can't live without it. Every once in a while I'll have a cup of coffee in addition to it. Not every day, but sometimes, but I never go without my mojo. I love it.
I love that you mentioned that mold piece, because what's really cool is that since the company has CGMP certification, that's actually a really big deal in the supplement world. So we actually have the backing to stand on that. There are no toxins, no molds. Like if you start digging, don't do this Google search, y'all, if you don't want to know. If you start digging in the world of coffee, it can get real scary real fast because there's not a lot of regulation. So yeah, that's one more reason why this is definitely, you would have to wrestle this one out of my hands. If you came and stole all my supplements, I would fight you on the mojo.
I know, me too. Oh my gosh, it's the best. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for listening today. And if you have questions about anything we talked about, go back to the person who invited you to this group. I know they'd love to give you more information. Katie, thank you so much for being my guest today. And your baby did fabulous. She worked right. And we will see you soon. All right.